This video is going to stir the pot up. Yes, it is. I definitely need to add context for those of you who don't even know who this Iman guy is, right? So back in 2018, I stumbled across this guy's Instagram profile and I saw that he was this 18-year-old high school dropout, playboy, millionaire, entrepreneur, genius.
So? I'm a 17-year-old high school dropout.
She see money all around me. I look like I'm the man.
He was doing something very simple, selling social media to local businesses. And I love social media and it seems simple enough, so I bought his $1,000 course and invested into it, which took me on to this 2-year journey to where I am now. It all started with Iman. Now let me tell you what this video isn't. Number one, it is not exposing Iman whatsoever. That is not what this video is about at all. I respect Iman more than almost anyone on this planet, right? The dude has literally changed my life for the better and given me opportunities to work on something that I otherwise wouldn't be doing, right? So complete and utter respect. However, I did buy into every little thing that he said, and I bought every single one of his courses, and I believe those courses, they put me on the right destination. I knew where I needed to be, but I believe that they put me on the wrong path to get there. If you still don't have a grasp on the significance of this dude Iman and what he's been able to achieve and do, he's basically the Jesus of SMMA. Everyone in this space and industry, it leads back to him. He's the center of it all. He's the Jesus, and the God is Ty Lopez, okay? The real question here though is how the heck did Iman put me on the wrong path to get to that destination I wanted to? Possibly on purpose. And to answer that question, we really need to look at e-commerce versus SMMA. And I'm going to explain why we're looking at those two things in a minute, but just to deep dive into both of those, e-commerce, number one, is just selling shit online. Any online store you see, like Amazon, that is e-commerce. You see these things every day. Any ad you see on Instagram that's directing you to an external store, that is e-commerce. And that is B2C, meaning business to customer. SMMA stands for Social Media Marketing Agency. And what that is, you're just selling social media to local businesses in your area. That is B2B. Me as a business, I am reaching out to another business. It is business to business. And to be honest, there are a lot more of these things online where there are like 18-year-olds and 19-year-olds making millions of dollars, you know, just to name a few. There's Amazon FBA, affiliate marketing, trading, cryptocurrency, real estate investing. There's like so many of these underground communities that are so tight knit, but I think e-commerce and SMMA, those are the largest communities in this group. Shopify is hitting new levels of growth. Shopify is the platform in which e-commerce products are sold on. They just hit a 45% revenue growth with 1 million merchants operating on that site. They just hit $390 million in annual sales from last year. The top 5% of merchants on Shopify are making multiple 7 figures, if not 8 figures a year just doing that. While social media marketers, the top 5% of them are making maybe multiple 6 figures, rarely 7 figures. Maybe top 1% are making 7 figures a year. The reason I bring these both up is just to demonstrate that e-commerce clearly is on another level. We're doing the same thing. We're advertising to collect leads or to collect sales, right? But e-commerce clearly, just by the facts alone, they're on another level, right? E-commerce up here, SMMA down here, just in terms of revenue and growth. So why do I bring this up when I'm talking about exposing Iman? There's a thing called fuck you money, okay? And that's just jet money. If you have enough money to be riding a jet around and you're posting pics on Instagram, you've got fuck you money for sure. That's just, you're stepping out of your jet, you're walking into your Lambo, you're going to the club with like 50 supermodels. And you see that all the time with hundreds, if not thousands, of e-commerce owners. So I wanna ask you guys a question. How many people do you know in the SMMA space that have fuck you money, are riding around in jets? No one, except one. Iman. Now, just for the record, I've never seen him ride a jet, but I've seen the amount that he makes in a month, and he definitely has the financial resources to do so if he wanted to, okay? Now, Iman has fuck you money. And let me ask you, what type of clients does Iman serve? That's right, e-commerce clients. That is right, because Iman knows the pull and the power of e-commerce marketing and how effective it can be, and yet he teaches all of his students local business marketing when he knows that's not where the real money and impact is made.
When you first start, my best piece of advice is start with the niche that you know the most about.
Say you're focusing on gyms, just fucking take it, you know?
In Iman's video talking about niches and which clients to serve, the top comment is asking about e-commerce clients and how to produce results for them. And yet, Iman's entire video selection avoids this type of content because he does not want this secret to get out. Now, to be honest, I can't blame the guy, right? He's easily providing some of the best results around in the world, okay? And in an article written by medium.com, they talk about how their spendage on a campaign was $3,700 and they made in sales $110,000 on a campaign. I wouldn't want that secret getting out either. But here's the thing. Local business marketing is so much less complex and underutilizes all of the online marketing tools that he's essentially teaching. With a local business of like 10 kilometers, you can't narrow down your audience to like 5 interests and narrow down like the genders and the age very specifically because the audience size is just so small and your cost per lead is like shooting through the freaking roof. And I didn't know that. It drove me freaking crazy when I started realizing this.
The king! Your Majesty.
I knight thee. Arise, sirloin of beef. Arise, Earl of Cloves. Arise, Duke of Brittingham. Arise, Baron of Munchausen.
When you hyper-target a small area, which by the way, I was taught to do from the get-go, from him.
When you hyper-target an area, your cost per lead is gonna be more targeted and your lead cost is gonna go down, but
no, that's not what happens. You hyper-target an area and your lead cost goes way up. Like insanely expensive when you target such a small area around like a dentist or something. But if you were to target the entire region of North America, your lead cost goes way down because your audience is huge. When you're targeting all of North America, there are hundreds of millions of people. So when you hyper target, 10 different interests, your audience is still gonna be hundreds of thousands of people and your cost per lead is gonna go way down. It's so much more powerful. But the point in all of this is that you can drive way more significant and detailed, fine-tuned results in large quantities. Hence why there are so many e-commerce millionaires and why Iman has chosen to serve e-commerce clients and info product clients. So I just want to keep this video short and peel back the layers to not really expose anything. Everything here that I'm talking about is in front of you. You know that Iman only serves e-commerce clients. You know the power of e-commerce, right? I'm just shining a spotlight essentially on these two things that's been on my mind for a while. If you have an interesting take or a perspective on this thing, please DM me down there or leave a comment below and I would love to actually just have a conversation about this. The reason that makes this community so great is that people aren't just like haters leaving one-off comments saying like, you're gay, right? It's like people actually are trying to provide constructive criticism and their thoughts and their perspectives, and it's really proactive community. And Iman, if you're watching this, invite me to your crib, dude. It looks sick and we could talk about this in person. All right, guys, talk to you later.